to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys a whole lot for subscribing to my YouTube channel, for following me on all of my various social media platforms. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. So guys, if you are new to my channel, this is the first time of you coming across Stylish Naija YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button right there, and then also hit on the bell to get an update whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to actually cut and sew this off-shoulder tunic up there. So you could see it's just a tunic, just like a regular long and dress. So that is what I'm going to show you. Someone actually sent it to me a long time ago and I totally forgot about it. I just came across the picture today, so and I decided to just, okay, let me do a tutorial on it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So you can also follow me on all of my various social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram, and then on Pinterest, all at Stylish Naija. So most times once I upload on YouTube, I normally share illustrations. I normally share notifications on those platforms, so in case you miss it here, you see them on Instagram, Facebook, and then Pinterest. So let's just get started. Okay guys, so I'm going to be making use of this fabric. So you could see what I actually have here. It is a full long dress, but what I'm going to do today, I'm going to be illustrating it, but I'm not going to be using the full scale measurement, but you are still going to get the concept and understand everything that I'm trying to explain. So the first thing we're going to do, you are going to draft your off shoulder. So for this kind of dresses, since it is a cross tunic, if you use your fabric, that means you are going to waste it. So what we're going to do, we're going to draft our regular off shoulder on just a regular off shoulder dress. I'm going to draft it here and then we'll use it to cut out on our fabric. So I'm just going to mark right now. So if for an off shoulder like this, what you're going to do, you're going to separate 5 inches. That 5 inches you're going to use for the shoulder measurement. So my bust line is 10 inches, and then the waist, this dress does not actually have any definite size, so I'm just trying to use this just to get like a gauge. And then the hip, so after the bust, the next measurement we're going to measure is the waist measurement. So I'm going to use 18 inches, and then I'm going to use 29 inches as my hip line measurement. So I'll connect the lines. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to draft right away. So the first thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to insert the shoulder measurement. The shoulder for this dress is actually 14 inches, so I'm going to just put 7 inches here. And then since it is an off shoulder, I'm going to reduce it as much as, I'm going to reduce by 2 inches. So I'm going to have 5 inches. So this is 5 inches. So from this 5 inches, I'm going to add back 1 inch. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So this is my regular shoulder measurement, but I'm not using it. So from this point like this, I'm just going to measure my armhole. So you know this is 5 inches. Armhole, I'm using 8 inches. And then you take out your 5 inches. So from this point, I'm just going to connect it straight like this into this point like this. And then the next time I'm going to insert a neckline. You can decide to leave it straight like this, but in case you just want to insert a neckline, so I'll add 1 inch. So I'm just going to do this like this. So the next thing you're going to measure how wide you actually want the dress to be. So for this, I'm just going to use, so if you notice, the top part of the dress was actually pleated. So my bust is actually 36, which is 9, and this dress does not have a dart. It does not have a dart. So I'm going to add about 1 to 2 inches to it. So I'm just going to mark this inch like this, and then I'm going to run it from the top down. So like I said, it is a very free dress, so I'm going to run it like this, and then we'll cut out. And then cut. You can decide to leave the neckline straight like this. So both back and front, we're cutting the same. So you cut it out like this, and then you open up. So the next thing we're going to do, so this is our armhole part. This is our armhole, and then this is our neckline. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to, since it is a cross top, you're going to determine how wide you actually want the down to be. So for this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just use about, this is like 8 inches, which is like the center of my pattern paper. So from this part like this, I'm just going to create a curve. This is the center line, so I can see it from this point. So you notice the top part of the dress is wide, while the down is slim. So from this down part, I measured 8 inches. I'm going to reduce it to as small as let's see. I'm just trying. Okay, let me measure from the side to be much easier. So okay, I'm measuring from the side. I think 6 inches or 5 inches. 6 inches will do. 6 inches will do. So here's what I'm just going to do from this top part like this. I'm just from this is the armhole point. This is the end of the neckline. So from this point like this, I'm just going to create a curve like this, and then I'm going to slant it into this point like this. So you can make it as wide as you want, but the down has to be slim. So you just create a curve like this, curving it into the armhole. So I hope you can get the concept. So I've measured it out now. So I'm going to cut out now because it is a cross top, a cross tunic rather. So this now, this one we're going to throw away, and then this we're going to use to cut out. We're going to cut out 4 pieces of this. That's what we're going to use for our dress. So if you are making a dress like this for a long, a full scale, that's if you are going to be making it like exactly what you have on the picture, I will advise you use about 4 yards of chiffon or 3 yards of chiffon, depends on how long you want it to be of chiffon. So that will work perfectly well. So I'm just trying to get, okay, I think my length is okay. So I'm just going to fold this into 4. Like I told you, I said I'm not making a full scale one. So I'm just making a smaller version of it. So you are going to place your fabric, you fold into 4, and then you are going to just place your pattern like this on it, and then you will cut out. So for this part, depends on how much pleat you actually want to put. You are going to be adding on this neckline part. So that is what will also, you are still going to put that into consideration when cutting out. So you can make it as wide. You can decide to double your shoulder measurement. It will still work for you, or you can decide to make it 3 times. So it depends on what you actually want. So I'm going to cut now. So you add allowance to the edges when cutting. So I finished cutting now. So here's what I'm going to have now. So I'm going to show you how we're going to actually connect this together. So I'm just going to take 2 pieces like this, and this 2 pieces is going to be the front. It is really simple. So at the end of the day, here's what you are going to have. So you see the neckline. So you're just going to take this and take it from the edge of the armhole to the armhole, and then you place. So this is what I'm going to have. So I'm going to take it over to my machine now. I'm going to secure the neckline down, and then this is the second one also. I'm going to go and secure them down, and then come back, and then we will continue. So the second one will be like this. It will be on the reverse, the other side also. So let me just do that. Okay guys, so you see I've secured it on the neckline point. So like I said, if you want yours to have pleats, that's if you want to pleat on the neckline like this, all you have to do is you just have to increase the width measurement. So instead of using 5 inches that we used initially, that's reducing 2 inches from your regular shoulder measurement, you can decide to even double your shoulder measurement, or you can decide to make your shoulder measurement, you can decide to add 2 inches to it instead of subtracting 2, so that you'll be able to pleat it. So the next thing, so I finished joining them. So the next thing now, what I'm going to do now, you are going to take any of the piece together like this. So this is the neckline point like this. So the next thing I'm going to go and do now, I'm going to join the side and then the side. So you see it is really simple. I'll just join the side and then we'll come back and cut out the sleeve. Okay guys, so the next thing I finished joining the sides. The next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut out the sleeve. So for the sleeve, because we are going to be pleating the top part and then the sleeve, because of the band we are going to be adding, all you are going to do is you are going to make the sleeve a little bit bigger. For instance, if your round sleeve measurement is 10 inches, you can decide to make it 12 or 13. So in cutting out a very simple off shoulder sleeve, you are just going to take the fabric that you are going to use, and then you're going to take the armhole point like this, and then you place like this. So this is the joining head end. So you see this is the side, so this is the side also. You're just going to place it like this, and then you would cut out. It is very simple. This is just like the easiest way of cutting out an off shoulder sleeve. So you cut this out now. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go and join the shoulder. I'll join this point to this on this part, and then join the other one. Then before we will now come and cut out the band. So that band, in cutting out the band, you are going to use your round shoulder measurement. That's all of your round shoulder like this. What you are going to have round, that's what you are going to use to actually cut out. That's the round of your shoulder, both your hands together. That's what you are going to use to cut out your band. So after cutting out your band, you are going to now pleat. That's if you are going to be pleating. You are going to pleat everything, both the sleeve, to fit into that band measurement. So I'm going to go and connect the sleeves, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm trying to explain. So in joining, you're just going to join like this. Just join it straight like this. That's all. Okay guys, so you see I finished fixing the sleeve. So at the end of the day, the down part of the sleeve, so I didn't add any band. So you just add a band here on this down part of both sleeves like this. You add your band, and then for the top part, that's the shoulder part, which is this part. Now what you are going to do, you are going to cut out a band. You are going to use your round shoulder measurement. That's your round shoulder. That's what you are going to use to cut out your band, so it fits properly. So for this, I will advise you to use a stretchy fabric like a scuba. For instance, if your round shoulder is 30, that's the round shoulder. If it is 30, I'm just going to show you how you're going to actually measure it. Okay, so this is what I mean by your round shoulder measurement. You are going to take your tape like this, and then you are going to pass it around like this. You are going to pass it like this, and then you are going to get the grip of your shoulder. So that's what I actually mean by your round shoulder measurement. So you are going to cut out the band, and then you are going to sew it around. So like I said, you will use a stretchy fabric, so it will make it to sit better. So I'm just going to go ahead now, join this, and then I'll fix it around. So you notice that what I actually have here is actually bigger than my round shoulder. So what I'm going to do, as I stitch along, I'm just going to give it tiny pleats just to fit into the band. And then for the down part also, I would just hold this part a little bit, and then I'll come back and show you how it will look like. Okay guys, so you could see at the end of the day, so I finished fixing the band on it. So you could see how it is looking like. So this part I just used just to hold it together, so you understand how the sleeve is going to be like. So all you are going to do, you just use the band, and then you band the sleeve also. So you see how this part is looking at. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is just use an overlock seam, and or you can actually decide to hem it, just hem round, and then at the end of the day, so you see how our off shoulder tunic is looking like. So if you want it to be, if you actually want it to be the curve, if you want it to cover up to this point, you can just, all you have to do is when you are curving, you just increase it, and then you take it like this and then cut it down. So thank you so much. If you find this video illustration helpful, I would appreciate if you hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did. So thank you so much. I wish I had a baby mannequin. I would have put it on for you to see how it is looking like. So thank you so much. So I'm just trying to open it up for you to see properly how it is looking. So you see how it is looking. So thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. So this is how the side is going to look like. It's just going to flow. So use a very soft flowing fabric, and then it will come out better.